Today we learned President Trump and the First Lady have developed minor symptoms following their positive test for COVID-19. The president's announcement overnight came after one of his closest aides, Hope Hicks, tested positive for the virus Wednesday. She traveled with the president to Ohio and Minnesota this week.
The White House says the diagnosis will not stop the president from doing his job.
We have a president that is not only on the job, will remain on the job, and I'm optimistic that he'll have a very quick and speedy recovery.
Now, Vice President Mike Pence's office announced he tested negative this morning, and Joe Biden, who shared the debate stage with the president on Tuesday, was also tested this morning, and his campaign says that test came back negative.
The president's response to the coronavirus pandemic itself has been a key issue in the presidential campaign. His diagnosis takes him off the campaign trail now, just 32 days before Election Day. 12 News reporter Kate Walsh spoke with our political analyst about how this could shape the final weeks before the election.
The world learned of President Trump's positive coronavirus test results on Twitter through his own tweet overnight. And 12 News political analyst Joe Fleming said in the next 2 weeks when he's in quarantine, we may see the use of social media even more so as the president continues his campaign, even though he can't have those in-person rallies.
Nothing can stop the clock ticking down to the presidential election, but the coronavirus has altered President Trump's original campaign plans. With exactly 1 month and 1 day left until the election, every second counts in candidates trying to gain voter support. Oftentimes, we see what political scientists call an October surprise, a planned event or bombshell announcement that sways voters in favor of a certain candidate. We asked 12 News political analyst Joe Fleming if the huge news of the president's positive coronavirus test could mask any October surprise either campaign was planning.
This could become a big thing down the road, or it may not. I mean, coronavirus is not something the president really wants to talk about. This keeps it in the forefront, so that's not a good sign for him. But I mean, I think October surprise could be something even bigger than this if something comes along. This could have some impact, but it's really too early at this point to say.
He said right now, despite reportedly having mild symptoms, Trump seems to be able to perform his duties as president in quarantine.
The president has the best doctors around him all the time, so they're going to keep a close eye on this. If they see anything starting to happen, they're going to move very quickly to help the president. Fleming
thinks Trump supporters will remain loyal to him during this time.
You're not going to see a decline in his supporters. The big question is what's going to happen with those undecided voters, that 12% of the voters or so that right now have not made up their mind. We don't know what effect this is going to have on them at all. Will they say, well, you know, the president should have listened more, or simply these things do happen, unfortunately?
In focus for the near future is the next presidential debate scheduled for October 15th, right when the president would be ending quarantine.
Fleming said at this time we may see local, state, and national officials talk about the importance of wearing face masks and social distancing even more so now. I'm Kate Walsh, 12 News.